In a quiet grocery store aisle on a crisp October morning, a group of rugged bikers clad in leather vests adorned with patches paused their usual chatter. The date was October 22, 2025, and the time ticked close to 10:20 a.m. PKT. Among the shelves stocked with milk cartons, two small children stood holding containers, their wide eyes peering up at the towering figures. The leader of the bikers, a man with a tattooed arm and a stern face, knelt to their level, his expression softening as the little girl spoke. Her voice trembled slightly as she explained they were orphans, left to fend for themselves after losing their parents. The boy beside her nodded, clutching a milk jug, his determination shining through his young features. The girl, no older than 6, held out the milk jug with tiny hands, her blonde hair falling into her face as she looked up bravely. She told the biker they had no money but promised to pay for the milk when they grew up, their words carrying a weight far beyond their years. The biker, hardened by years on the road, felt an unfamiliar sting in his eyes as he listened. His comrades gathered closer, their rough exteriors melting as the children's story unfolded. The store's fluorescent lights buzzed overhead, casting a gentle glow on the scene, while other shoppers slowed their steps, drawn by the unexpected tenderness unfolding before them. The boy, perhaps 8 years old, added that they had been saving coins from odd jobs around their neighborhood, but it wasn't enough for food. His small fingers gripped the milk carton tightly, as if afraid it might vanish. The biker leader, his voice gruff yet kind, asked where they lived and how they'd been managing. The children exchanged a glance before the girl whispered about a small, rundown house where they cared for each other. The bikers' faces, usually set with the toughness of their lifestyle, now showed cracks of emotion, their hearts touched by the kids' resilience and innocence in the face of hardship. Moved by the children's plea, the biker reached into his pocket, pulling out a worn wallet. He handed over enough cash to cover the milk and more, insisting they keep the change for other needs. The girl's eyes widened, and the boy's lips quivered as they thanked him, their voices a soft chorus of gratitude. The biker shook his head, saying no thanks were needed, and his crew nodded in agreement, their hands resting on their vests as if to steady themselves. The store clerk, witnessing the exchange, offered a small smile but stayed silent, allowing the moment to breathe between the unlikely group. As the bikers prepared to leave, the girl tugged at the leader's sleeve, asking if they'd come back. Her question hung in the air, filled with a hope that seemed too big for her small frame. The biker, his tattooed arm flexing as he patted her head, promised they would check on them soon. His crew murmured their assent, their motorcycles waiting outside with a low rumble, a stark contrast to the gentle promise. The children waved as the bikers walked away, their figures disappearing through the automatic doors, leaving behind a sense of warmth in the cold aisle. Back at their bikes, the leader shared the children's story with his group, his voice breaking as he recounted their vow to repay the milk. The men, known for their tough reputation, wiped at their eyes, the sting of tears unexpected but real. They decided then to form a plan, pooling their resources to ensure the orphans had food and support. The sound of engines revving filled the parking lot, but their mission had shifted from a casual ride to a commitment to these kids, their leather-clad brotherhood now bound by a new purpose. Days later, the bikers returned to the store, this time with bags of groceries and toys, their bikes lined up like a protective guard. The children ran to greet them, their faces lighting up with joy as they recognized their new friends. The girl hugged the leader's leg, while the boy handed him a carefully drawn picture of the group, a thank you in crayon colors. The bikers laughed, their gruff voices echoing, as they unloaded the supplies, turning a simple aisle encounter into an ongoing bond that warmed the community. Word of the bikers' kindness spread, reaching local news outlets and social media, where the story of the orphaned kids and the tearful bikers gained traction. People donated clothes, books, and funds, inspired by the unexpected alliance. The children, once alone, now had a network of support, their promise to repay the milk no longer a burden but a symbol of their strength. The bikers, proud yet humble, continued their visits, their leather vests now carrying a new patch, a small milk jug emblem, honoring the day their hearts changed. On a quiet evening, the biker leader sat with the children, teaching them about motorcycles while they shared a meal. The girl giggled as she held a toy bike, and the boy asked about the tattoos, his curiosity endless. The man, once a stranger, now a guardian figure, explained each ink mark as a story, promising to add one for them someday. The night deepened, but the warmth of their connection lingered, a testament to how a simple act in a grocery aisle could rewrite lives.